congratulations on a season 2. That's really hard to get, so congrats. For you, for Robbie, what does his relationship look like with his father in season 2? Does it evolve? Do they go apart? Can you give us a little bit?
Well, I mean, considering last year where we left off, there's that understanding that they may be okay, they may be not, but you gotta understand he's not been there for Robbie's life for 16 years. He left him when he was a child, and I think that anger's still there, and he's still trying to figure out what he wants with his dad, where it's gonna go. So, I mean, I think anything's possible. So I think you just have to wait and watch.
And then for you, Sam really grew over the season. I think she was trying to find herself, and in the end, she ultimately did. So in season 2, can you tell us how does she grow and how does she mature into that?
I feel like at the end of season 1, we saw just a taste of kind of where Samantha was headed, and she, I don't know if she necessarily found herself by the end of season 1, but I think she found what the right path might be for her, and she realized, like, okay, maybe this is the way I need to go. And I think throughout season 2, we kind of see that journey for her, and her connecting with karate, connecting with the lessons that her dad taught, that her passed down from Mr. Miyagi's teaching, and how she can implement those in her life. And of course, she's still a teenager, she's still human, and so she makes mistakes, and she has to learn from those. Even as she thinks she's making these big strides, there are steps backwards every once in a while. So I think that was really cool to kind of find that very genuine path through life that I know I have led, and I think many people can relate to.
And then I'm going to just bounce back and forth between both of you. So I felt like the reason that Robbie signed up to do this was to get back at his dad. It was all about trying to get his dad's attention. But at the end of season 1, I feel like he's at a point where it finally becomes about himself. So what does karate mean to Robbie in season 2?
I think the most important part of it is the fact of he actually has something that means something to him, and he actually has somebody who cares about him. Not that his parents don't care about him, but he's actually there for him. So he's found a home within this dojo and within Daniel, and I think that's comforting to him because that's something he never had.
For Sam, does she find a new friend group? I know her and Aisha kind of reconnected at the end, but does she get a new set of friends? Like, what does that look like socially for her?
I think she learned her lesson that she maybe doesn't want to be with the popular girls after all. That maybe that costs more from her than she's ready to give or willing to give, and I think she realizes that her time and energy are better spent elsewhere. We all hope that she finds Aisha in that, but there also are other things to think about when it comes to that. Is Aisha is slowly kind of being brought into this Cobra Kai world, and kind of we see at the end of the season that turn in Aisha, and that I didn't win, and that kind of how she's been poisoned a little bit with that Cobra Kai-ness, and kind of how that creates almost a new layer of a rift and drive pull between the two characters, and can they figure that out?
Do you guys think that Daniel and Johnny will ever be friends? Can they just play nice with each other?
I saw a funny tweet the other day that was like, I'm waiting for season 7 when there's a wedding between a couple characters and they have to be the fathers standing up at the altar, and I was like, that's honestly a hilarious image. So maybe one day we'll get there. But
we saw a glimpse in season 1, so hopefully we'll see more of it. But thank you guys. Congratulations once again. Thanks, guys.